All right. All right. Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Play Well Live. My name is Mike Speed, joining you again here from Seattle, and I'm going to talk to you about some fun stuff today. So, hope you've been doing a lot of building and, exploring with your Lego, testing different things out. That's just what we love to do. Yeah, let's get started. Just like last time. All right, first thing I gotta do is I gotta wash my hands, right? All right, starting with wash my hands, get them wet, get some soap. All right, and then I don't know what your song of choice, or I don't know, for 20 seconds, maybe something like, now is the time to seize the day, stare down the odds and seize the day, minute by minute, that's how you win it. We will find a way, but let us seize the day. All right, gonna wash that off there. Excellent. All right, we are ready to begin here. And if you don't know what that was from that I was singing, please just leave the live stream, stop watching this, go watch Newsies. That's way more important. No, I'm just kidding. All right, cool. So before we get to our topic for today, I just wanted to give a shout out to Aaron, our Kansas City manager, who was on here demoing some awesome catapults. Here's the one that my daughter Hunter built. We were launching a cow in that picture. So, whatever it is you're launching, awesome. And just thanks to everyone who's been building along with us, viewing along with us, sharing their builds. Wanted to give a shout out to Max, who built this awesome candy dispenser. That is rad. It also uses a concept that we're going to be talking about today, which is hinges. It had a little hinge that allowed the candy to come out the front there. So that's super cool. So let's see here. As you're watching, as you're joining, feel free to comment, ask questions. I can try to answer those. I'll try to keep an eye on that. But yeah, we're going to talk about some cool stuff. So I got my Lego bow tie. I'm ready to go. All right, so hinges is our topic for today, and I'm going to get to what is one of my all-time favorite projects, but we'll see that in a little bit. First, what is a hinge, right? So a hinge is anything that connects two objects and allows one of them to rotate freely around the other one, right? So we see hinges on doors and cabinets and lids of things, and opening the oven, or anything that opens in that fashion, allowing something to swing around another object, right? So we're going to be using that today in our build here. And so I'll show you kind of a few different ways that you can create hinges with Lego, because there's lots of different ways to do it. One that I'm a big fan of recently, kind of continuing in my vein from last time, of building with things that you have, not special pieces, but just types of pieces that you have lots of lying around. So, building with our basic beams or bricks, right? If I just leave a little space here, I'm basically going to cover this up and put something in there that allows it to spin, right? So if I've built a little separate door here, if I put it all the way in, is that going to spin? No, because it's connected in two places there, right? But if I put it right on the very edge, okay, now that can swing around there. But it comes off super easily. So I'm going to overlap, use basically what I was last time, right? Covering up the top of that. Now, there's that one stud, that one Lego bump that goes all the way down through there to connect that, right? And now that piece is a hinge. It can rotate however I want it to, right? So I use this a lot when I'm building with just my basic Lego bricks. And you can use it in all sorts of things. My daughter and I built a little delivery truck here. I used it right on the back there, So I used that hinge piece to make those doors in the back. Okay, it's just one stud, just that last stud connecting them there, that allows them to rotate. Pretty cool. Now, you might have some specialty pieces, right, that allow you to do this in a lot of different ways. That's awesome. There's specific hinge pieces, all those sorts of things. I'm showing you some different ways we can do it. Here I've got it with bricks, where I've got it connected just on that one corner stud, but because there's studs sticking up, it can only rotate a little bit, right? So that's why I use those skinny one by beams instead of the 2 wide bricks. All right, then let's look at the other way, and this is the type that Max had in that project that I was showing. And here we're basically connecting 2 different frames, 2 different beams. They've got these holes in the side, right? And if you see, they can swing around each other, right? So how do I do that? All right, let's take that apart here. And what I have are these 2 separate frames. We call these box frames. They're just these holy beams, the beams there with the holes in the middle and plates on top and bottom. And I've built one that's a little skinnier than the other so it can fit right in between there, right? But then how do I actually connect those and make it spin? Well, that's where I'm going to use a couple of different things. One, I can use these little gray pins. All right, stick one in each side of there, and then I'm going to just connect that there. All right, obviously I can't fit it in there. I gotta take this other one a little bit apart first. All right, and then I can put those pins into the hole there, finish it out on this side, right, and then connect that other plate back onto my frame. So now I've got a hinged box frame, okay? This is super cool to use for lots of different types of projects. Someone just knocked on my door. That's interesting. And what I'm doing here is I can use this like on, you know, like a Mars rover or something that I want to be able to move really, really nicely over a bunch of different, you know, terrains or things like that. Just sort of depends. But I can also connect this a different way. Let me show you. So instead of using these little pins, I can use another piece as well. And that's going to be an axle, okay? So Erin used these on her last project with the catapult, right? Remember that axle that went through her beams there, her catapult? Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I've got my 2 frames. They can fit right into each other, right? So this time, I'm going to line up those holes and just drop that axle all the way through. Right? And I've got that bushing that can help connect those and hold it in place. So I'm going to put a bushing on the other side. Okay. Sweet. So now I've got those frames connected like that, right? So these are kind of some specialty type of Lego pieces. Not everyone might have these. That's okay, right? We've got lots of different types of hinges that you can use. I'm guessing a lot of you have like kind of random decoration type pieces. There are probably some hinge pieces in there too. So I encourage you to try some different ways to connect these pieces to get them to rotate around, okay? All right, so I've got this basic hinge with the beams. I've got my hinge here with my 2 box frames. So now, you know, we all know that building with Lego is awesome, and that's a fact. But what makes it even better, a motor and battery pack, making your project move and finding your groove. Don't know how to get started? Don't worry, I got your back. All right, I had to throw in a little rap there. You know, it's become my thing, I guess. So I love motorizing things. So we've got this frame, right? Beep, 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 beep. Okay, but I want to motorize it, and I want to see what it can do motorizing it. So that brings us to one of my favorite projects that I'm going to demo here. I know you won't all have all the pieces to build this. That's all right. I'm here to just show you some cool stuff and see what we can do with it, right? So this is the Inchworm car. All right, my daughter added some sweet extras here on the back, okay? But if you take a look in here, you can see our hinge frame, right? So I've got this one side here, and I've got the other side over here. Those are my 2 frames, right? My 2 frames that are hinged together, connected with an axle on the top, okay? But now they're connected, and I wanted these to be able to drive, but also hinge. So I've got my gears set up here, okay? I'm going to demo this. I'm going to tilt my computer down a little bit so you can see on my table. And let's see here. I might need to move my my sink out of the way. All right, sink, we're done with you for now. Okay. All right. I'll try not to step on that and crush that as we go here. Okay, so here's my Inchworm car, Okay, it's got those hinges, so I wanted to see those move, but I also wanted it to move. Okay, here we go. Ready? Check that out. I just think this project is hilarious. So it moves in such a cool way, right? You've got that hinging motion, but then it also has that gear is making this wheel spin as well. So we're doing a couple things here. See how that hinge is working? Okay. So I've got on my gear here, I've got this long piece here that we call a cam. Okay, so it's connected here. It's going around the edge of that gear, right? Gears turn in a circular motion. Okay, you can see that gear moving in a circular motion. Or here, maybe I'll hold this side so that stays in one place, right? So that gear is going in our circular motion, right? But because I've got that cam attached on the outside, it sort of goes in a back and forth motion. So I'm changing that circular motion into back and forth, which is called eccentric motion. I'm throwing a lot of terms at you, don't worry about it. Okay, but I just think it is super cool to see how that works, right? So I'm driving that wheel forward, but I'm also using that cam to make that hinge activated, all right? Now that one reaches the end of my table really quickly. So I built another version here that's a little bit bigger and also a little bit slower. So we're just gonna all right, so it's slow, right? But it's still doing that inch motion. I've got my cam. You can see it a little slower how it's in action here, right? Okay, I'm going to reach the end of the table, so I'm going to set it back over this way. So I just made my cam extra long. I've still got that gear there, right? I used some special pieces to slow this down. I've got my my worm gear in here, which is a sweet piece to make this go really slow. All right, but it all works the same. I'm activating that hinge. I've just got a giant frame on each side. It's just a hinge, right? Okay, so that's just, I think the Inchworm car is hilarious and a really cool project. But there's lots of different ways you can use hinges, right? So I demoed a few of them. Our delivery truck. I use this just for like making doors in like my daughter's castle that we were building. We wanted a bunch of doors and I didn't have a bunch of door pieces. So I use these little hinges, right? At the edge of my wall, I just leave that little space so that I can fit my door piece into there, overlap it in. The key is just to make sure that it's only connected in one point, right? It's only in this one row of studs here. There's one column, I guess that's not a row, right? So that it can spin around, right? The second I connect it to more than one stud, it's not gonna move, okay? So I wanna see what sorts of things you can come up with hinges, right? They can be used in all sorts of different projects with all different types of pieces. Maybe you have some specialty Lego hinge pieces, that's sweet. Maybe you just have some regular bricks or beams, that's awesome too. Whatever it is you have to use those to make some cool hinges, right? And maybe it's not just one, right? If you're making like a Mars rover or something, maybe you've got a bunch of different sections so that it can go over a bunch of different terrains, whatever that is, right? Hinges are really useful and really cool. Yeah, I just wanted to demo that with my favorite project, that Inchworm car. So that's all I've got kind of for now. I hope not everyone's video was fuzzy. I saw that comment, but maybe you can watch the video later and it will be better. I really wanted to thank you all for joining us for today's Lego live stream. Next week, Ben is going to be back. You haven't seen Ben since the very first live stream, if you were honest with that. He's going to be back with some really cool stuff. We're posting videos as much as we can. And remember, we want to see what you're building. So that hashtag, play well at home, right? Hashtag play well at home. Share what you're building, what you're creating. We can learn from each other. We can share these ideas. That's the coolest part, I think, about these classes when we get to be in person, is we get to see what other people are building, right? You get to see what your friends are doing. You get to be inspired by that. hopefully I've inspired you a little bit today with the Inchworm car, which is hilarious. Maybe you make one and decorate it to look like an actual Inchworm. I don't know. Or maybe you just build something else crazy, right? So, maybe you need a Captain America shield. I just keep this on hand just in case I need to, save somebody, or I don't know. Right? Lego is an awesome building tool, and I just want to see what you're building. So thanks so much for joining me today, and have a great day. Remember to play well, and tune in every Tuesday and Thursday here at 10 a.m. Pacific time to see some cool stuff and build along with us. All right, that's all I got. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.